Okay, let's go ahead and catch you guys all up on what we've been up to the last couple days. So after we got back to our car at Apgar Village a couple days ago, ended up spending the afternoon just working on stuff in Kalispell. Then 2 days ago, we took advantage of having the car, drove back to Apgar Village, and then slack packed to Martin City along Highway 2, which I'm glad we were able to do just because it was all pavement and that would have been kind of hard on my feet if I'd had to carry a heavy pack. It was nice to be able to just do it in the morning and be able to take the afternoon off and let the dogs rest. Hang on, little wormy. There you go. Yesterday, ended up taking a 0 day just because I was waiting for my quilt to come in, and it worked out well, I think, to give the dogs a break as well. So they got to rest all day, spent the afternoon going on a nice drive on the other side of Hungry Horse Reservoir. Got to check out the dam. And this morning, went and picked up my quilt, got everything together. You can see I have my Hyperlight Mountain Gear backpack back, got my base weight down to under 20 pounds, and now we're off. We're road walking along the east side of Hungry Horse, and can't wait to get this road walk over so we can hit Single Track Trail, because by the time we're done, we'll have spent over 10 days, probably, just road walking, which is kind of boring. I don't think the dogs really like it either, so can't wait to be done. So apparently there is a loose German Shepherd about half a mile or a mile back, and apparently because I have one German Shepherd, everyone thinks that I must have two. I've had at least 4 different people stop and ask if that is my German Shepherd missing, and while I definitely appreciate the thought, there's zero way, literally zero way I could carry that much dog food if I had 2 German Shepherds plus Skittles. There it is. Our new home away from home. Look how spacious it is. Yoop. Made it probably a mile before realizing we left behind the most important member of our team. Sorry, Slow-Mo. So we just had our first slightly more exciting animal encounter. I was just stopping to let the dogs get a drink of water, looked down and saw something. I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought maybe it would be a cyclist or something, so it was moving at a pretty good clip. Watched a little bit further down to make sure it wasn't a bear, and it turned, could tell it was a canine of some kind, and then it leaped into the forest before I could get a real good look at it. So I don't know if it was a coyote, wolf, loose dog. Its size and the fact that we're in northern Montana make me suspicious that it was a wolf. I don't know. I get a good enough look at it to make a good call on that either way. So I don't know. First sighting of something interesting. Glad it was from a distance and not much closer than that. Happy day 9. Long story short, I am really over road walking and I can't wait to be on a real trail again. Between having to dry camp a lot just because of the way the road crosses most rivers makes it really hard to get down to them to fill up. And then it's also just really hard to find camping places, so we ended up usually dry camping and pull-offs that are really rocky, and it's hard to get my tent stakes in. So between the dogs being mad because I'm rationing water at night and the tent stakes and it raining last night, definitely some stakes got knocked over, and we were a little damp this morning. Did sleep in some just because I didn't really want to pack up and walk when the rain was coming down pretty heavily, so didn't start walking until about 8:45, which is fine because it's cool out because of the clouds, so we can walk until later in the morning. And it's nice for the dogs to have a longer period of rest overnight. So hoping that this afternoon maybe some of the clouds will disperse, the sun will come out long enough that we can dry out some things before tonight, but if not, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, I guess. Well, today is an exciting day because it's our last day of road walking for a while. Woohoo! Right, dogs? Woohoo! Yeah! Just had my first bear sighting of the trip. Luckily, it was just a black bear. Is it really an adventure if you're not getting attacked by blowdowns? You know, it's interesting, for however much the dogs lack sort of a natural tendency towards endurance. I mean, they do well on long distances, but not as naturally as some dogs. They both do really well in really difficult terrain. Like we've been hiking, I don't know, 15 miles today already, and they both just turned on the engines and went. Like, they've done nothing. They're way ahead of me. Crazy. Now, this is usually the part where I start considering crying, but unfortunately tears will solve none of my problems. And so we continue on because that is the only solution to this problem. Oh, where are you? Oh, Pentagon. There it is. Yes. Oh. Okay, I legit might cry for real now. Not my first rodeo with blowdowns, but man, when you're watching the sunset after a week and a half of cushy road walking, it gets a little rough. Now we just gotta find a campsite and pitch the tarp, feed the dogs, and do battle again tomorrow. Well, it was kind of a rough afternoon, but we made it. We're here, all set up, all cozy, all wrapped up in my quilt. Hoping, swear to God if it's grizzly bear. Well, hoping we don't get eaten in the middle of the night, that no trees fall down on us, because there's lots of dead trees in this meadow, but no choice there. And we're probably going to have another 10 miles of blowdowns tomorrow, so really hoping that once we make it onto the official CDT, that won't be a problem anymore, but you know, no guarantees. So I guess we'll find out. Also, fell on a tree, got a huge scratch up my behind, so fun times. I'm gonna read and call it a night.